We will start the class in next 5 minutes. We'll wait for some more time so that others can join the class. Hope you guys can hear my voice. Hello. Can you hear me? Everybody, can you hear me? Good. Let me know if I'm not audible. Okay. So you guys can hear me. So my name is Uday Singh, and I have around 12 plus years of experience in software testing. I have worked in many projects in different organizations. So some of the examples is I worked in a financial company called PayPoint, and I've also worked in some of the other organizations. So in this session, since this is a demo session, I'll explain you what I will teach you and what I will go through. I'll go through the content first. And in the content, what I will be explaining you, what are the course content and what is manual testing. And those are the things which I will explain. Okay. So for any person who's aspiring to get into IT industry, so you have to know what is manual testing. You have to understand how the software development life cycle works. Okay. So first, from the top, I would like uh, people to introduce themselves. So we'll start with Pradeep. So Pradeep, if you can introduce yourself, you can unmute yourself and you can introduce yourself, please. You can, in your introduction, you can say from which engineering college or which college you completed your degree and what are you currently doing. So you can introduce in those lines. Yeah. Pradeep, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please?
Hello,
Hello. Yeah, Pradeep, go on.
am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, my name is Biradar Pradeep Chandrakana. I'm basically from Latur. I'm presently living in Pune. In IT experience, I have a 3 years of experience in .NET field also.
Mhm.
I'm completed in graduation on Pune University in
Okay.
being triple E branches.
Triple branches. Good. Next, Prakash, can you introduce yourself, please?
So hi, myself Prakash. I do have 4.5 years of experience in IT. Recently, from 2 years, I working on Angular framework and some Java background. So I have completed my engineering in 2020 at 19. So these were the IT get job in IT for
Thank you. And next is we got Sai Prakash. Sai Prakash, can you hear us? Can you please introduce yourself? Okay, let's move on to Saitej. Saitej, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. I am from Andhra Pradesh. Actually, I studied in Tirupati Vaishnav Institute of Technology. My present working experience was 4 years of in.
4 years in where?
Hello,
Yeah, 4 years where, Sai?
I have worked in Wipro.
Vipra. Oh, nice. Nice, Sai. Yeah. And next is Yashwant. Yashwant, if you can hear us, can you introduce yourself, please? Yashwant, can you hear us? If you can unmute yourself and you can introduce Yashwant. No problem. So we will start our sessions, today's session. Okay, I'll see if I can do a screen share. So just a moment. Shiva, Shiva, if you have joined just now, you can introduce yourself. Have to unmute yourself to talk. Okay. Okay, so we will start the session. Okay, so I will do a screen share. And once when I do the screen share, you have to let me know if you're able to see the screen. Are you able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen? You can type in the chat box, please.
Okay.
Able to see the screen, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Okay, so welcome to manual testing. And as I told you, my name is Uday Singh, and this is batch 267. If you have any questions, okay, if you have any questions regarding joining the course, okay, once when you join the course, if you have any questions, you can email to the address which is support@logiclabstech.com, so that once when you email them, we will answer all the queries. Okay, so this is batch number 267. So let's moving on to the next slide. So this demo session starts today at 11 a.m. IST. So as I told you that my name is Uday, and the course fees is 4,130 rupees, and the duration is 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks from now. And as you know that tomorrow is 26th of January, which is Republic Day. We don't have the demo session tomorrow. And again, the demo session will start on Monday. Okay. And if you want to talk to anybody in Logic Labs Tech, you can talk to them on the given below numbers, which is 8074509049. And also we have one more number, which is 9390246410. Okay. So for any queries, as I told you, this is the general information. For any queries, contact Logix Lab team. Okay. The first sessions, the first 5 sessions will be free to attend. And on the sixth session, sixth Zoom session, Zoom meeting link will be shared to registered participants only. Okay. So no batch shifting. For session update, join our WhatsApp community. Have you guys joined the WhatsApp community? So please do join the WhatsApp community. All the sessions recordings and notes will be accessible through the LMS Graphy. So you can also register in LMS Graphy so that you can get the recordings as well. Okay, the support team, okay, the Logic Lab support team is available from Monday to Saturday in between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay. And also you can follow the Logic Labs on the website, which is logiclabstech.com, and Telegram. If you have Telegram app, you can use a Telegram app. And if you have Facebook page, you can follow them on Facebook. You can follow them on YouTube. You can also follow them on Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay, so any queries until now, please? Any questions? Okay, I will move on to the course content. Are you able to see the course content, guys? Are you able to see the course content? Type in yes.
No.
So you're not able to see the course content. Okay, just a moment. I'll do screen share again. Are you able to see the course content now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I'll expand this so that you can also. Okay. This is yeah, the course content. So software testing is an activity that evaluates the quality and robustness of the software and also helps to identify the defects. So what does this say is, so any software, okay, any software, so as soon as when it is developed, Okay, any software, as soon as the development is finished, it will be moved on to the QA team, or it will be passed on to the QA team. So here the QA team means the quality assurance team. Okay, in QA team we have software testers or test analyst. Okay, so what their job role is to test the software, okay, and see if they can find any bugs. Okay, so testing the software means you have to test it from the user perspective. Okay, simple example, if you have maybe a ICICI bank account, okay, or SBI bank account, or if you are using Flipkart, okay, or Amazon India, okay, if you are using those sites before, when it is released into the market, so that the large masses of people can use it, or before releasing it to the market, okay, it has to be tested from the user perspective. Okay, all the user journeys. So for example, let's take an example of Flipkart. Okay, buying the product, okay, going to the checkout. Okay, after going to the checkout, how many products you want to buy? Is it like 3 products or 4 products? Okay, and then from there, confirming that you want 7 products and going to the payment channel. Payment channel might be Paytm, Phone Pay, or net banking. Okay, so once when you go to the net banking, and then from there, are you paying the right amount? Okay, and from right amount, once when you confirm that you're happy to buy the product, is the money being deducted from the bank account? Okay, are you getting confirmation email? Okay, once when you get the confirmation email, are you getting the delivery update? Okay, are you getting the SMS messages into your mobile phones? Okay, once when you get your SMS and once when you get your email, how can you track the product until it reaches you? Okay, so these are all the end-to-end testing has to be done. If we take an example of Flipkart, okay, let's take an example of banking. Okay, once when you log into your net banking, you have to see your balance. Okay, if you want to transfer the money to your friend, if you want to transfer to any person, okay, you have to make test payments and see that the money is being transferred. Okay, and also see that the same thing, like when you transfer 10,000 rupees, okay, to some XYZ person, a record has been made in the backend, like a record has been created in the database. So the transaction time, date, if the transaction is cancelled or if the transaction is not successful, even those have to be recorded. Okay, all these things have to be tested by a tester. Okay, so then only we can approve, saying that the quality of the application or the website or anything whichever you are testing is fit and it can go into the market. Okay, let's say simple thing. Okay, let's say that if you have tested an application, okay, and then you have found many bugs, but even though if you're planning to release in the market, what happens is, in this scenario, most of the people, when they come to the website, they won't be happy. Okay, they won't be satisfied. Okay, because the application keeps on breaking. Okay, and the flow is not good. Okay, when the application keeps on breaking, what happens is the number of users who are visiting the website will automatically go down, and people won't like the website. Okay, so it is very, very important, very important that when an application is being released to the market, before being released to the market, it has to be tested. Okay, so also one more thing, in big organizations and small organizations, what happens is there also be auditing happens, so they want to see how the quality is. Okay, so for auditing purpose as well, we have to maintain good quality of any software. Okay, any questions until now? Anybody in the chat, like if you have any questions, why we need to test a software, what is the purpose of testing a software? What is the objective of the software testing? You can ask. Okay, any questions? If no, I'll move on to the course objectives. You can type in the chart. Yes. Prakash has put a question saying that so manual testing follows agile or waterfall model. Okay. So Prakash, depending upon the project, okay. So some organizations, if they are doing a very massive project, okay. So previously what happens is, if you go back 20 years back, okay, most of the software projects were waterfall models. Okay. Now, as of now, most of the projects, they're using the agile model. Okay. Agile model is more quick. Okay. But even in some organization, they will use the combination of both. They will use agile, and also for some other projects, they might use waterfall. It will be a combination as well. Okay. So it will be combination, or in some organizations, it will be completely agile. Okay. Waterfall is a very old model, but for larger projects, they might use the waterfall model. But as of now, um, most of the companies, 95%, most of the companies are using agile model. So in our course content, I also cover the agile model as well. Okay. For understanding purpose, I also cover the waterfall model. Any more questions, guys? Okay, I'll move on to the next one. Okay. So what is the course objectives? Okay. The main course objectives are to understand what is software testing. Okay. So as you have joined this course, I will explain you in real time. Okay. For example, after this course, there are some certifications. Okay. Which is like software testing foundation certification. Okay. If you complete that certification and if you apply for jobs, okay, manual testing jobs, okay, or software testing jobs, or test analyst jobs, or QA jobs, okay. So what happens is you have to understand what is software testing. So this course will explain you what is software testing, okay. And this course also explains you what are all the methods which you can use to test a software, okay. So in this course, I will also explain you, or you can gain more knowledge in various software development models. Okay, I'll give you some examples of software development models. Okay, one is waterfall model, one is V model, one is agile model. Okay, and also the course objective is to gain testing methodologies, to gain knowledge in testing methodologies. There are other testing methodologies which I'll explain you in the future as we go through the course. Okay. And also how to write test plans, test scenarios, and test cases. Okay. Always remember, if you join an organization, if you are assigned a project, okay, your team lead or your manager might ask, please write a test plan for the project. Okay. And they will also ask you to please write test scenarios and test cases. Okay. So when they ask you to write test plans, test scenarios, and test cases, it is the responsibility of the tester to do it. Okay. In some organizations, if the team is larger, if the team is big, the test lead will write the test plan. The test manager and the test lead will write the test plan, and you have to give your input in the test plans. Okay. And also I'll explain you test scenarios and test cases, how to write test scenarios and test cases. Okay. And after that, I will show you an example how to execute the test cases. Okay. And also I will explain you understanding the bug life cycle. So what is the bug life cycle? Okay. Once when you raise the bug, what really happens? Okay. I will explain you all those things. Okay. Document evidence, understanding the test deliverables. Okay. When we say document evidence here and understanding the test deliverables, it means that as soon as when a project starts, before the project, what happens is with the client, we agree saying that what are the test deliverables. So I'll give you one example of test deliverables. Okay. Test deliverables are nothing but your test plans, your test cases, your test scenarios. Okay. So these are all come under test deliverables. Okay. Once when the project is over, we will email to the client the test plan, test scenarios, and test cases documents. So these are all the deliverables we agree before testing the project. Okay. I'll explain you in real time how the system works, how the software testing system will work. Okay. With examples. Okay. Okay. The prerequisites is to get into this course, you need basic knowledge of computers, you need internet connection, okay, and beginners who want to start their careers in software testing field, okay, and already a tester who can refresh all the testing basics and techniques and gear up for certification in software testing. Okay, fresh graduates, if you have passed out of the college recently and looking for a job in QA and testing industry, then this course will be definitely helpful to build skills and required for your first job. Okay, so always remember when we say testing industry, the testing industry itself is a large industry. Okay, I'll give you some examples. Okay, in testing industry, we have insurance domain. Oh, insurance domain means whatever insurance products are there, as a tester, when you get a job in an insurance organization, you will have the insurance domain knowledge. Okay. I gave you one example. So there are many industries where testing is required. Okay. We got insurance industry, we got banking industry, we got airline ticketing industry. Okay. And we got others is e-commerce industry, okay, where we have to test the websites. Okay, we got travel industry. So the industry is large. Okay, so wherever there is any kind of software development, QA team or testers is required. Okay, now coming back to the actual course content. Okay, so introduction, so course content to software. So what are we trying to learn in this course is what is software testing? So what is actually a software testing and why software testing has to be done? Okay. And then we will know what is a software. Okay. What is just a software? What is a software? Okay. And I'll explain you the difference between product versus project. Okay. So what is a product and what is a project? I'll explain you what is the difference between a project and a product. I'll give you one example of product. Okay. So if you see your browser, okay, your browser Chrome is a product. Okay. Whereas project is if you're working on a application, which is like a banking application, is a project. Okay, I'll give you some more examples to understand deeper what is a product and a project. Okay, let's take an example. If an organization is there, let's take an organization, for example, Infosys is there. Infosys is trying to develop a product to sell it to the outer world. Okay, let's say the product might be, I'm just thinking, it might be an antivirus product. Okay, So let's say Infosys is building an antivirus product, okay, antivirus. So what happens is Infosys will build the antivirus software. So that is a product. So that product will be sold to other companies. Okay. Another example is same company, Infosys as a project deal. So let's say project. So Infosys, other companies will come to Infosys, okay, or any other organization, okay, and implementing or implementing projects to other companies is nothing but projects. Okay. Hope you understood the difference between product and project. And as we start the course, I will give you some more examples so that you can understand the difference between product and a project. Okay. So others is benefits of software testing and who will do software testing, who is responsible for software testing, and what is software quality. Okay. What is the definition of defect, bug, error, and failure? So I will explain you those things as well. Okay. Any questions until now? Anybody? Any questions until now? Before going to the other course content, which is software development life cycle. No? Okay. So let's move on to software development life cycle. Okay. So software development life, I will explain you in the coming sessions what software development life cycle is. Okay. Why software development life cycle in projects. Okay. And phases of software development life cycle. So what are the phases? The phases in software development life cycle, I'll explain you all those things. Okay. Initial phase, analysis phase, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, and delivery and maintenance phase. Maintenance phase. Okay. So now remember the term. Okay. Software development life cycle and software development life cycle models. Okay. So if we say, even in your interview, if they say, can you give me some examples of software development lifecycle models? We have to say it is waterfall model, V model, agile model with Scrum method. Okay. So these are all the various software development lifecycle models. Okay. You have to remember that term. So you should never get confused, like software development lifecycle models. So these are all the various models. Okay. So if you, for example, if you go to a shoe shop, okay, you have various models of shoes. Okay. You might have joggers, you might have formals, okay, you might have running shoes, you might have cricket shoes. Okay. So those are all different models in the shoes. Okay. Exactly the same way we also have in software development life cycle, we have different models. Okay. Those models are waterfall model, V model, agile model with Scrum method. Okay. And next is testing process implementation and test planning. Okay. I will explain you how requirements gathering and I'll explain you the requirements gathering and understanding. Okay. How requirements are gathered by BA. BA means business analyst. Okay. I will explain you the roles of a BA. I'll explain you the roles of a product owner. I will explain you the roles of a developer, and I'll explain you the role of a QA, which is quality analyst or a tester. Okay. So that you will understand once when you join an organization as a tester, you'll understand who is doing what. Okay. On a bigger picture. Okay. Next is requirements understanding of SRS, which is software requirements specification document. Okay, I will explain you what are the documents used. Okay, as a tester, how you need to understand those documents. Okay, and prepare the clarification. So as a tester, as like a as you before start testing an application, you will be handed over with lot of documents. Okay, and if you start reading those documents, and if you want to clarify certain things, you have to clarify if you have any questions in those documents. Okay, I will explain you how to clarify those things. Okay, and also I will explain you how the requirements clarification meeting will happen with the client. Okay, and who are all involved in the requirements clarifications meeting. I'll explain you all those things. So that will fall under testing process implementation and test planning. Okay. Next is testing methodologies. Okay. So we had software development life cycle, and we had software development life cycle models. Okay, so here we have testing methodologies. Okay, so testing methodology, I'll explain you what is black box testing. I'll explain you what is white box testing. I'll explain you what is gray box testing. Okay, with all the examples. Okay, next, moving on to what is actually black box testing. Okay, I'll explain you what is black box testing. Okay, who will perform black box testing and how to perform black box testing. Okay, and black box testing techniques. Okay, so once when you face an interview, okay, once when you face an interview, they will ask you, okay, can you explain me about black box testing? Can you give me an example of black box testing? Okay, so all these things I'll explain. Okay. Okay, sure. I will share this document, Yusuf. Okay. So the next thing is I will explain about what is white box testing and who is responsible for white box testing. And similarly, I'll explain you about uh, the gray box testing. Okay. What is gray box testing and who will perform gray box testing and how to perform gray box testing. So next is levels of software testing. Okay. So we have, what are the levels of software testing? We have unit testing. I'll explain you what is unit testing. I'll explain you what is integration testing. I will explain you what is system testing. I'll explain you what is UAT testing. Okay. So I'll explain you who will perform unit testing. Okay. How to perform unit testing. So what are the techniques they use to perform the unit testing? What is component testing? Who will perform component testing? So I'll explain you what is integration testing and what are the integration testing techniques. Okay. Similarly, I'll explain you what is system testing. Okay, how system testing is performed and what is UAT testing and how UAT testing is performed in organizations. Okay. Next is I'll explain you about what is quality assurance and versus quality control. Okay. So what is verification? Okay. And what is validation? I'll explain you the difference between verification and validation, both of them. Okay. Who will perform? Who will do the reviews? When does the auditings happen? Okay. Walkthroughs happen. What is validation? Who will perform? Okay. So when it comes to functional testing, I'll explain you what is smoke testing, okay, sanity testing, retesting, regression testing, exploratory testing, interface testing, end-to-end testing, recovery testing. Also, there are more than 100 plus testing types. Okay, remember this. There are more than 100. There are more than 100 testing types. I'll explain you. One is monkey testing. Okay, so I have only selected some of them. Okay, if you want to gain more knowledge, I will share you a document where you have got all the other testing types. Okay, and you can type in internet and see there are many other testing types. Okay, but I'll explain you these functional testing types. Okay, these functional testing types, which is smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing. These are the main. Okay, these are the testing types which will be used in a project testing or a application testing or a web testing. Okay, and next is non-functional testing types. Okay, I will explain you about what is performance testing, what is stress testing, what is load testing, volume testing, and what is security testing and compatibility testing. I'll explain you all these things, installation testing as well. Okay. Any questions until now, please? No? Okay. I will explain you how to design a test case. Okay. Also remember, also remember, as a tester, as a software tester, it is the responsibility of a tester to write test cases. Okay. It is the responsibility of the tester. Remember this. Okay. And also, when you are assigned a testing project, okay, you have to write test cases for every project. You can't, you can't leave a project without writing the test cases. Okay. This is a thumb rule. Okay. You have to remember this. Okay. So what happens is, if even in your project anybody says, okay, you can just test it, when it comes back to you, they may question you why there are no test cases. Okay. It is your responsibility to write the test cases as a tester. Okay. I'll explain you what is a test case. I'll explain you boundary value analysis. I will explain you about equivalence class partitioning. Okay. So these are all the techniques which are used. Okay. Decision table tree, state transition, error guessing, preparing the test cases, test data preparation, test case review, and traceability matrix. Okay. Okay. And also I will explain you bug life cycle. So what is bug life cycle? Okay. As a tester, when a tester raises a bug, okay. So right from that stage, what happens until the bug has been fixed? Okay, did you get my point? Once a bug is raised, what is the journey the bug goes through until the bug has been fixed? I'll explain you all those things, okay? And even in your interviews, they might ask you these questions, okay? So defect reporting, I'll explain you defect life cycle, okay? Bug and defect, they are interchangeable words. You can use bug or defect, okay? I'll explain you what is a bug or what is a defect. I'll explain you how they are interchangeably used, okay? What is severity and what is priority? Severity versus priority, defect tracking tools. Okay. I'll explain you the defect tracking tools. Next is test planning. Okay, I will explain you how to write a test plan. Okay, so in the test plan, what is the content? Okay, when you prepare a test document, test plan document, what really goes into a test plan document? Okay, like example, test plan objectives, scope, features to be tested, features not to be tested, testing approach. What is the approach the QA team is taking to test the web application or a software? Okay, entry criteria, exit criteria, test environments, and test data. I'll explain the testing tools. I'll explain the test deliverables and the milestones. Okay, and risks and mitigations. Okay, I'll explain you test plan sign off as well. So who needs to sign off the document? I'll explain you all those things. Okay, so next is test case execution. Okay, test case execution plan. Okay, what to start and when to end. Okay, functional test cases, non-functional test cases. Okay, analyzing the results in a dashboard. I'll also show you how to analyze the results in a dashboard. Okay, bug report, bug tracker explanation. Okay, you need to understand those things as well. Okay, test status report. Okay, so for example, if you're working in an organization, suddenly the client might ask you, can I have the test status report? Okay, so how to send an email regarding the test status report? Okay, so I'll explain you about the regression testing. So while you're executing test cases, I'll explain you about regression testing. Okay, identifying the regression testing test cases and test sign off and test summary report. I'll also explain you the test summary report. So test summary report is once when the project is finished, you have tested everything. Okay, then you have to create a test summary report explaining how many bugs have you raised. Okay, how many bugs have been fixed. Okay, how many test cases have passed. Okay, are there any areas which have not been tested? Okay, are there any areas which the tester is not able to test it, or any blockages? Okay, all those things will come up in test summary report. Okay, next is UAT, which is user acceptance testing. Okay, so what really happens in UAT? Okay, which is user acceptance testing. Okay, release meetings, go live. Okay, go live means once when the application or the software is tested in UAT environment. Okay, so once everybody like the QA team, the other stakeholders, okay, who are involved in testing the web application or the software, okay, how everybody will come on one platform to say, okay, everything has been tested, all the test cases have been executed, okay, there are no bugs. So how from UAT, how it will be moved to go live, okay, how it will be moved to live environment. So all those things I will talk. Okay, raising support tickets, okay, and queries and other stuff. Okay, and the last thing is test deliverables. Okay, so what are test deliverables? Okay, once the project, okay, starts, okay, we agree with the client. Okay, we agree with the client, or we agree with the other the third party company. We will give the test plan document, test cases document. We will give the test scenarios document. We also give the traceability matrix document. We give the defect analysis report document. We give the test summary report document. So these documents, we all together, we call them as test deliverables. Okay, we call them as test deliverables. Okay, we deliver these documents to the client. Okay, we deliver these documents to the client and hand over these documents. Okay, so whenever the client feels, if he wants to see, okay, how the test plan has been written, okay, if they want to understand who are all involved in the testing, they will go through the test plan document. What tools have been used? They will check the test plan document. Okay. So for any higher management, okay, after when the web application has gone live, if they want to see so who has tested the higher management people, they will check the test plan documents and understand, okay, these test plans, I mean, these tools have been used, and all those things they come under test deliverables. Any questions until now? Any questions, Yusuf and Prakash, Yashwant, Pradeep, Shiva, Saitej? Any questions? Okay, good. So okay, what I'll do is, as Yusuf has asked for the course content, I will send the course content. The support team will send the course content to everybody. So we will conclude the session today. Okay. And we will rejoin on Monday because tomorrow is Republic Day. And so we are going to record a session and we'll get the recording. Yeah, I think if you can ask the support, they will give you the demo recording session as well. You can get the demo recording session and the course content from the support team. They will send those things. Prakash, those things will be sent. Okay. Yeah, and we will rejoin on what is Monday is we'll rejoin on 29th, which is Monday. Okay, we'll rejoin on Monday. And thank you very much. Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.